The second part of the Sakura Isekai Adventure series, a Yuri fantasy story about Aki, a young woman on a journey to rescue a kidnapped priestess alongside her companions, who might be more than just fellow party members. Hello and welcome, Lynx here, and we are beginning Sakura Isekai Adventure 2! That is correct. We return to this world. Let's see where this is all going. I'll be honest, I actually don't remember much about this first game, which is a little bit of a problem. I might need to look into the older videos. Let us begin still for... Role reversal. What do they swap the outfits for? That's the achievement, by the way.
Hey Aki, what do you think? Does this new look suit me? I know about you, but I think it makes my face look especially nice.
I agree. Actually, both of your thighs, and by both I mean both of you girls, look good. As expected of Wing Cloud game.
I always thought my thighs were one of my better assets, but they really pop in this outfit.
I mean, it's not only the thighs that are your good assets. Well, we are 2 minutes into the video, already thirsty. Anyway,
This is kind of incredible, huh? You act so stuffy and serious, Mina, but your outfit is actually pretty daring. You show off quite a lot of skin, huh?
I mean, to be fair, less than you. But
I don't think my outfit is particularly exposing. I simply dress like that because it is easy to walk around in.
there is one thing I don't remember about the first game as well. Did I switch the voice for the main character? I don't remember. We'll see if I will or not as we go.
Besides, it has been very hot lately. I've not want to overheat. That would make it more taxing for me to use my magic, which puts enough of a strain on my body as it is.
True. True. To be fair, it does get warmer around here as well. So the game is accurate with reality.
I'm simply trying to minimize my own discomfort. If you ask me, your outfit is one which is truly shameless.
I wouldn't call it shameless, to be honest.
Hey,
Scarlet Lynx.
I know I'm shameless, but how is my outfit? I don't follow. You should. Your clothes expose just as much as of your thighs as mine do. No, more!
Yes, they expose more. But it's still in the safe zone.
At least wear some shorts, so there is no chance of me accidentally flashing something I shouldn't in the midst of combat.
I mean, she's wearing shorts. What are you talking about? She's literally wearing shorts. Mina, come on.
You, however, wear a skirt for your fighting style is so much more physical than mine.
Wait, what? Wait, stop. No. I'm reading incorrectly. Mina says she wears shorts, which she doesn't. She's just like in a one piece that covers the entire body. It's Scarlet that wears shorts. Am I digging too deep into this now? Am I trying to find sense? without reason. More physical than mine. Yeah, I mean, she's wearing shorts, so... Yeah.
It's a very short skirt too.
She's wearing shorts. What are you on about?
And why is there a cutout at the chest?
Okay, why not? Why wouldn't there be?
To help me breathe, of course.
Oh, I get it now. I'm dumb. Okay, no, it all makes sense how it's written. After all, they swapped the clothes for some reason. Okay. And so Mina is talking about Scarlet's outfit, but she's wearing Scarlet's outfits. Meanwhile, I'm like, wait, but you're wearing it right now. Ah, I'm dumb. I mean, that's a well-known fact that I'm dumb, but yeah. Anyway.
Of course.
I mean, technically you also have a cutout, so... Technically, Mina, your outfit has even bigger cutout, if you consider... Anyway. Mina harums cutely, picking at her outfit, for I suppose it's really Scarlet's outfit between her fingers.
I really don't understand your fashion sense. I thought you were supposed to be a hero of justice. I am a hero of justice. Then why do you insist on wearing clothes which are so ill-suited for combat? Those garters looks more like stuff you'd find on a set of lingerie than an outfit that is suitable for going to battle.
I like that.
Oh ho ho.
Scarlet smirks smugly. Uh-oh.
And how do you know the intricacies of lingerie, Miss Mina? I thought you were too much of a good girl to have any knowledge about such a shameless subject.
I mean, how is lingerie shameless? It's not. Also, lingerie is great. Yeah.
Well...
Mina glanced away from Scarlet, her face flushed. This often happens when Scarlet teases Mina. Mina tries to act cool and composed, but her armor is riddled with cracks. It's not difficult at all to exploit these cracks, and to make Mina blush in response. Her reactions tend to be rather violent too. I think it's rather charming, but I doubt Mina herself agrees.
I don't have any real interest in fashion myself, it is true. But I'm not a child. I know when women dress to impress, they typically wear short skirts and garters.
Mina's blush turns even redder. Her ears, meanwhile, twitch.
I think your attire is rather shameless personally. For I suppose it matches your personality. Oh, are you calling me shameless, Mina? That's exactly what I aim to imply, yes. You're so brash and brazen, it asks for you never think about what effect you might have on people. Probably because you don't.
Mina sighs.
Ah.
I feel like maybe this was supposed to be Scarlet saying no? But whatever.
Dear me, you really are a handful. Why do you insist upon swapping outfits with me this morning anyway? Well, that's obvious. Our relationship hasn't always been the best, so I figured we should learn how to get on a bit better. I do not follow. How will exchanging our clothes aid in this? Well, you know what they say. If you want to understand somebody, you have to walk a mile in their shoes first.
Right.
It's a popular adage. And I thought I might as well apply it to us. I didn't think there was much point in only swapping shoes for. That's why I figured we might as well swap everything else while we were at it. This way I should get a real sense of who you are, Mina. And if I'm being honest, I did always want to try your hat on. I think it's very stylish.
It is.
Oh, really? Yeah, the white brim is really nice. It must be good for keeping the sun off your head too. It's very practical. I mean, most of my fashion choices are based upon practicality. I do not care about what others might think of me. I just wish to be comfortable.
Makes sense.
And what about the cape? Do you wear this for practicality's sake too?
Maybe.
No, that is... that's... must be because it looks cool. Hehe, I figured.
I figured as much too. I just hope Mina doesn't end up anywhere near a plane anytime soon. Well, I mean, it's not like there are planes in where we are isekai'd to. Else her cape might get caught up in its engine. Not that there aren't planes in Anthem, of course, which I already mentioned. The people of this country might be able to use magic, but their technology is pretty limited compared to our own.
So Aki, what do you think? Who looks the best?
Well, oh shit. I can't say I like being put on the spot like this, but if Scarlet Lee wants to know, then... Ooh. Where should we go with this now, I wonder? Should we go towards one of the girls, or should we go towards... well, basically a harem, I guess. You know what? Let's follow the path. Actually, I don't remember if we followed the path like this. We probably did. We'll go with who we technically met first. So, we met Mina first, back in the first game. Because she's the one that summoned us. So, let's go with that option, shall we? I think Mina looks the best.
Huh? Is that so?
Scarlet smiles.
I thought you might say something like that.
Is that a bad thing? Okay, I think I'm not changing our main girl voice. It seems like that.
Not really. There is no harm in being predictable. It means that I always know where I stand with you, at least, which is more than I can say for Mina. Her mood shifts so rapidly, it's enough to give you whiplash.
Mina harumphs.
I don't think my moods are particularly mercurial. Most of the time I'm calm and composed. I only act otherwise when insulted or irritated. Sure, because you were so calm and composed when you ran off and almost got smashed by the Mandragora. That was 2 months ago. I've changed since then anyway. Anyway, you were bothering me.
Okay, now I'm curious. You know what I'm curious about? About the date releases of the games. You bet I'm gonna check that. It was 2 months ago. February, May. Alright, I mean... February 26th. May 20th. I mean... Yeah, I mean, I guess it falls into 2 months. Between the releases of the games and the distance in the game. It's almost free, but it's still 2, so... It's like full 2 months past, but not full free, so... And, whatever.
You should accept some responsibility for that incident too. I already did, didn't I? I apologize. Now, I'm doing my best to be your friend. Hence the outfit swap. Do you feel any closer to me, Mina? Not particularly. You do know the phrase you need to walk the mile in another person's shoes is not literal, don't you? It's not? No! It's not a proper command, it's more like an abstract idea. Oh, right.
Scarlet smiles bashfully.
I did think it was another way of getting to know another person, now that you mention it. I guess I completely misinterpreted that. You did. That reason to be a recurring issue with you. I had fun dressing up for. It made me feel a little bit closer to you. What about you, Mina? Are you having fun? Not particularly. I think this is a silly idea. And I can't help but feel exposed without my cape. Oh, exposed, eh?
Scarlet's mischievous smile widens.
Now that's a good idea. Wearing your clothes is all fine and dandy, but how would you look if we wore one another's underwear? That might be even more fun.
Mina stares at Scarlet in a wide-eyed shock. Then she squeals.
Don't say such lecherous things about my undergarments. And don't put faces like that when you're wearing my clothes. You're making me uncomfortable. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. But believe, uncomfortable is part of being an adventurer. If we want to succeed in our journey, we need to challenge the things that make us feel uneasy and overcome them. That's the only way to succeed. I'm not so sure about that.
Mina looks at Scarlet dubiously.
The things you say occasionally sound insightful, but when I stop to ponder what you're actually saying, it's all drivel. I can't believe I let you talk me into this. I must be going senile in my old age. Of 22.
I think they said the age. I obviously don't remember.
So you admit that you are old then? I'm not the oldest in this party. Aki's older than I am.
Oi! Oi! Don't drag me into this, please. I don't want to get involved in your bickering.
Well said. I'd not wish to be involved in the silly talk either, but here we are. Here we are indeed. And don't try to act superior. You always act stuffy, Mina, even when you're wearing my clothes. How very curious. Well, I'm very sorry for not being suitably fun.
Mina scolds.
This is such a pain. Let me change back into my usual clothes now, please. I can't dress like this for another moment. I don't think I'll ever understand how you think, even I'm wearing your clothes. It's impossible.
How about you exchange clothes with me? Aki. A little while later. And I do believe we've seen this one in the first game.
Oh, the food here is always delish. It's so good I can't stop eating.
Mina pouts.
Naturally. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself so much, Scarlet, but you must... What must you eat with your mouth open?
I'm with Mina on that one.
It is not particularly pleasant. Oh, is there a problem with the way I'm eating? Yes, I don't wish to have a conversation with somebody when their mouth is full of food. And then they keep spitting small kernels of it all over the table. Please swallow what is in your mouth before you start yammering on, please.
That's what she said.
Oh, are you an advocate of swallowing, Mina?
Scarlet smiles rakishly, then nudges Mina in the side.
I'll keep that in mind for later. Ooh, I have no idea what you're referring to.
Food, obviously. Mina's response is a prim one. So much so Scarlet guffaws. Scarlet still has a bit of a masticated food in her mouth, however, and flakes of it go flying everywhere when she laughs. Ugh. You. A piece of food catches Mina on the cheek and she scolds.
Scarlet, what did I just tell you? Right, my bad. I hope you can forgive me, my overlord. Even I am a woman that ought to be overlady?
No such a title. Come on.
And goodness, I hardly think being told to chew with your mouth closed is some onerous task. You make me out to be an unreasonable ogre, but I'm really expecting the bare minimum as far as our manners are concerned. Do you not agree, Aki?
Yum, yum, yum. I think it's better to be a bit more conscientious of the people around you, yeah. I know you don't mean any ill, Scarlet, but you can be a bit... well.
Thoughtless?
Mina finishes my statement for me, her arms crossed.
If you want us to function as a team, you must start thinking about other people more. I cannot overstate how important that is. I do think about other people for... That's why I suggested we swap outfits this morning. I thought it would help us get closer.
No.
But I guess it didn't work. No, it did not. Wearing your clothes mostly made me feel uncomfortable. Didn't give you a newfound appreciation for everything I do. No! Why would it? I don't know. I just had a hope, that's all. A faint, fleeting dream. But maybe I was getting ahead of myself.
Scarlet finishes the last of her breakfast, then chews. This time she makes sure to chew with her mouth shut, and she swallows, too, before she next speaks. Nice. Progress.
Well, dressing up was fun and all, but it was just a diversion. If we're going to improve our teamwork, then we need to get out there, on the battlefield, and start fighting. That's the most effective way of testing our bonds.
Hello. Aki. That's Aki. That's the main protagonist. In case you had no idea about that. She's the best looking girl in this game. Which, now that I think about it, I think a lot of times in those Yuri games of Wing Cloud. Like, the protagonist is pretty much always the most attractive to me. And Aki definitely wins here. Anyway, I do need to work on my combat skills a bit more.
You do, yeah, but don't worry. I'll teach you everything I know. You'll be in safe hands with me. The Scarlet Whirlwind of Justice!
Right, I'll do my best.
You always do, Aki. You're not the one I'm worried about. I'm much more concerned that Scarlet might be the weak link in our party. But I suppose she's not completely hopeless. No, I'm not. I'm only mostly hopeless. Hehe.
Huh?
Which doesn't reflect very well on me. I know, but it's better than nothing. So, are you ready to head on over to the Adventurers Guild? It's like you read my mind.
Mina finishes the last of her tea, then gets to her feet.
Shall we be on our way? Sure thing, boss.
Right. I hurry to my feet, stuffing the last of my chicken skewers in my mouth. Ever since I wound up in this country, I've developed a real taste for meat. Correct approach. Then I follow Scarlet and Mina out to the tavern. Scarlet stretches as she walks along, the soles of her boots clanking against the cobblestones. Mina's tail, meanwhile, twitches. They both look fairly relaxed, despite the hubbub from earlier this morning, maybe because it's such a nice day. As we walk to the guild, I find myself reflecting on the curious twists and turns of fate which brought me here. I might be living in the world of Anthem now, but that wasn't always the case. Not sure if you can hear that, someone is literally making so much noise right now on the balcony that is on the building next to mine. Right, man, recording with open window, always a pleasure. But it's that or basically burning here. I was actually born in Japan, out in Kobe, to a decidedly ordinary couple, that's what Aki says. My father was often busy with work during my childhood, so I never spent much time with him. My mother meanwhile was attentive, but she was rather strict. I found my upbringing a little constrictive, to be honest. I never wanted for anything, but it was hard for me to relax, since my mother was constantly lecturing me about my grades. Huh. My mother didn't need to nag me as much as she did. I was plenty hardworking regardless, but I think she was haranguing me as her sacred duty. Maybe she thought, as my mother, that it was her job? In any event, though my childhood and teenage years were relatively comfortable, they were rather stifling. I had to act like a perfect demure lady when I was at home, but I couldn't cut loose at school either. I've always been quiet and self-conscious, so I didn't have many friends. My only real outlet was at the school's kendo club. Despite my short stature and my relatively slender body, I was surprisingly good at kendo. I was so good, in fact, I even won a couple of tournaments. But my mother wasn't particularly happy about this. My mother thought that kendo was an unfitting pastime for women. She said it wasn't feminine enough, and even worse, it would distract me from my studies. Okay. To the girls that are doing kendo, please keep doing that. Kendo is freaking amazing. Okay? Don't get distracted by the fact someone says it isn't feminine or something. It's great. Kendo is great. Girls doing kendo also great. Keep at it. She told me to quit multiple times, but my father challenged her on this. Her father knew.
Why don't you let Aki do what she wants for once? She's a good girl in all other regards, and she always listens to you. Just this once, I think you should try listening to her. You ought to let her pursue what she's interested in. Kendo is a dignified sport, and getting a bit of exercise will do her good. I think we ought to be more supportive of our daughter.
I appreciated this at the time, of course. But it was an easy thing for Dad to say, I guess, since he was already... For fuck's sake! Oh, surprise, surprise, it's actually not in the building. Next to mine, it's in the same freaking building. God damn. I bet you've heard that noise now. But it might have been earlier in both places. I don't know, whatever. But it was an easy thing for Dad to say, I guess, since he was hardly ever there. He wasn't exactly the most supportive parent. But it's probably thanks to him that my mother let me stay at the Kendo Club, albeit begrudgingly. I enjoyed Kendo quite a lot when I was in high school, but I would up dropping it when I got older. I went to university in Tokyo, graduated, then got a job working at a blue-collar company. I was so busy with work I didn't have time to keep playing Kendo. I had to drop the hobby of my own volition, something I'm sure my mother would have been happy about. For several years my life was a cycle of sleeping, eating and working. Welcome to adult life, sadly. I kind of skip on sleeping a lot. It was relentless. I was tired of all of the time, and no amount of sleep could make up for it. I was beginning to wonder whether this was all there was to life. Yeah, it's kinda sad, isn't it? That for a lot of people, life basically becomes work. It's so sad. I kind of try to avoid that basically from happening. I don't live to work basically all the time. It basically would feel like a waste. Until quite out of the blue, I found myself summoned to a brand new world. My vision went black, and when I awoke, I was sitting in a river. I had sprouted a pair of cute ears from my scalp, and I had a fluffy tail. Too much. I had changed. A little bit. And my world had changed too. I was no longer in Tokyo, but in a strange universe I had never seen before. A land much more similar in terms of its architecture to 17th century Europe than Japan. I had been transported to a brand new world called Anthem. And I was summoned here by a dark-haired cat girl in a white brim hat who introduced herself as the mage Mina. She told me that she was the bodyguard... a priestess called... of a priestess called Luna, a powerful diviner with the ability to see the future. For Mina was meant to protect her, Luna was kidnapped from beneath her very nose. Not knowing what to do nor where to turn to, Mina decided to seek outside assistance. She pored over numerous ancient tomes until she came across a spell which taught her how to summon a powerful hero from another world. Hoping that this powerful hero might be able to aid her, Mina cast the spell, using up all of her mana as she did. It was an impressive feat, one which no mage before, to my knowledge, has managed. So, actually, you know, there might have been multiple mages that have, but who knows. But its effects were lackluster. For Mina's enchantment was successful, the powerful hero she summoned was less powerful than she would have liked. That hero was, of course, me! I'm still not entirely certain why I was summoned here, when my only real accomplishments are winning a couple of kendo competitions back when I was in high school. But the world works in mysterious ways. I'm in Anthem now, and I don't regret coming here. Mina and I got off to a rocky start, but we get on well now. We even added a third member to our party, the halberd-wielding adventurer Scarlet, who proclaims herself to be a champion of justice. Together, the three of us have been working to try and locate Luna. We've not had much success just yet, but we are doing our very best. I'm going to keep right on trying. And maybe in time, I will feel like my being summoned here wasn't a mistake after all. I even managed to form a close relationship with... Oh, you punk! You attack with that? I did not expect that. But I already said that we are going with Mina, so... Whoop. I was a little anxious around her at first, but because of her sharp intellect and her aloof personality, but she's softened up a good deal. We're pretty close friends now. And we might be just something more. It would be no exaggeration to say that I like her a lot. Surely it's important to me. Well, I guess that just about sums everything up nicely. Dude, what the hell are they doing at this hour? There was a lot to recount, but I finally finished, and not a moment too soon. We just arrived at the guild. I wonder what quests the guild mistress Braun will have for us today.
New quest!
New quest, huh?
Terrible voice, I'm sorry, Braun. Braun looks between the three of us after we enter the guild. She ponders, her arms folded beneath her chest, which, like all the other women I've met on my quest, is rather sizable. Hell yeah. Before she speaks.
Yeah, there is a new quest I could send you on. It might prove to be dangerous for... Huh.
Scarlet scoffs in the face of Braun's reticence, her smile wide.
You don't have to worry about that, my good lady. I'm great warrior of justice, and I'm not about to let a little bit of peril stop me. The more dangerous the quests, in fact, the better. Lay it on me. I promise I won't be afraid.
No, you never are. That's the problem with you youngsters. You're so confident. You think that you're invincible. I wish you would act like nothing can harm you. One of these days you'll have a rude awakening.
That is what I keep telling her myself. There is nothing wrong with being confident, but there is such a thing as being too confident. Scarlet's combat skills are impressive. But she isn't undefeatable. She's only human. Well, I know that. I'll be dread just like everybody else. But I won't bleed at all if I can get a jump on my enemies. I just need to dive in there and do my very best. Strike first, ask questions later. That's what I always say.
Alright, I agree with that. As a Pole, as someone from Poland, I agree with that.
I wish you would have secured myself for some questions first at least, rather than dragging us into all of your fights. I get it. I've been trying not to be too harsh, I guess. I wouldn't want to cause any problems. You are a problem, in and out of yourself. But I'm used to dealing with you now.
Me too, I can cover for you. For the most part. I'm still not fully confident in my swordsmanship, but I think I'm improving.
I agree. You have come in on leaps and bounds. Your improvement is quite marked. Now,
Min looks back to Braun, her expression coolly businesslike.
we should be able to rein the Sidian in.
By Vesidian, I presume she's talking about Scarlet, obviously.
So please would you tell us if you have any quests to give us? If the quest is dangerous, I assure you we shall prevail. We have not been training tirelessly these last 2 months for nothing.
I'm about to go downstairs and tell something to this neighbor, by the way. Or more like hit and ask questions later. That's right, we've been working very hard. So I think we should be able to accept your request, whatever it is.
Hey, you're sounding awfully confident, considering I haven't told you what the quest is yet. But alright. I can tell that there is no dissuading you, so I'll give you the specifics. Early this morning, a group of black-robed individuals were spotted deep within the forest.
Black-robed? Bro nuts.
This would not be cause for alarm on its own, of course. But my source tells me that there were almost a dozen of these figures. They seem to be engaged in some sort of strange ritual.
Oh boy.
They had formed a circle, and they were chanting amongst themselves. All the while, they were talking about some demon queen or another.
What?
My source suspected that they were part of a demon-led cult that worships the demon queen, and that they meant to partake in some manner of ritual. A cult, huh? It sounds kinda nasty. Some of those wacko cults cause all sorts of problems, especially when demons are involved. It wasn't that long ago a bunch of weirdos got together to try and summon Leviathan from the depths of the ocean.
Oh yeah, that incident.
Luckily it happened near the coast, but I've heard the stories. It sounds like it was a nightmare to clean up. It was a nightmare. I was there at the time, with my old party, and we saw destruction firsthand. So many homes were razed to the ground.
Scarlet shudders.
It was awful. I'm a hero of justice, but even I felt a little overwhelmed witnessing all of that. You were there.
Bron raises an eyebrow.
You have my condolences. But to get back to the topic at hand.
These demons have not done anything amiss just yet.
But they cannot be left to their own devices. Everybody knows that demons can be trusted, especially when they're involved in cults like this. Yeah, I know. Demons are pretty nefarious species. It's only a matter of time before they start kicking up a ruckus.
I concur. This way I was hoping a band of avengers might sally forth and stop them.
But I'm not sure of how strong they are, nor whether they are in cahoots with this so-called demon queen. A demon queen?
Mina turns this kernel of information over in her head, her arms crossed.
I don't know anything about the demon queen beyond the bedtime stories I was told as a child. But I did feel an immense amount of magical energy in the air when Luna was captured. I wonder... This slit mightn't amount to anything bad.
Mina's eyes narrow with determination. Then in that impetuous voice of hers, which I become so very fond of, she declares,
Let us accept this quest. Together we shall venture forth into the forest and scout out these demons.
I mean, more like cultists, but...
Then, once we best them, we can interrogate them.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea! Maybe they know something about Luna. And even if they don't, looking at this demon queen could still be helpful.
Alright, that sounds like a plan to me. It's not like I would have let those demons off the hook anyways. But if they're caught up with some demon queen, then they're seriously bad news. Let's all show them what for. I'm going to run them all through. It will be a real bloodbath.
I don't know if you need to go quite that far.
I was thinking about tying them up and interrogating them myself. What? But where's the fun in that? You are getting carried away. It's not supposed to be fun. I thought you were meant to be a warrior of justice. I guess. But I need to let off some steam every once in a while.
You should do that by getting drunk and singing karaoke. That's what everybody at my office did anyway. It's much better than severing heads and spilling blood. I mean... I would not be surprised if at some point in like Western Europe, for example, this would start happening.
Hey? What's karaoke?
Karaoke.
It's a pastime I thought you'd be rather good at. Your voice carries a lot. Oh, is it like shouting your words away then?
More or less.
You'll have to tell me about it in the future, when I wouldn't mind participating in one of your customs, Aki. First, however, we have some demons to beat up. Let's smash them into a paste.
Cultists. No, let's best them. Then have a rational conversation with them. Pace won't be able to give us any clues about Luna's whereabouts. I'm not sure these black-robed demons, cultists, will provide the clue we need to locate Luna. Mina's missing Priestess, but I want to give it a shot. It's been a couple of months already, and we've still not found any clues about Luna's disappearance. Mina has been doing her best to look composed, but I can tell that inwardly she's fretting. She's been staying up late and pushing herself to the brink in her attempts to hone her magical powers. She's working really hard. So I'm going to work hard too. I'm going to try and bring these demons to justice. Cultists. And I'll stop Scarlet from beating them up too badly.
I mean, maybe a few at least. Come on.
Sheesh! I'm rather fond of Scarlet, but sometimes I think her sense of justice is a little too strong. I mean, it really depends on the definition of justice of a person, you know. Surely could stand to turn it down. And that might be an understatement. In a way. You know what? I was thinking of continuing, because we kind of do entire day in an episode, but then I remembered the first game, and I think this might be the moment to kind of cut it. We'll continue tomorrow. We'll actually embark onto the journey tomorrow, and we'll see if we can kick the buttocks of some cultists. Hopefully we can. If we can't, then that would be very problematic. That would be very problematic. Also, I'm super curious about the Demon Queen. Is she cute? Is she going to be another, like, love interest or something like that? Who knows? Who knows? Anywho, that was a good introduction, a little return, a little review of the events from the past, just a little bit. A little clothes swapping, a little food eating, a little spending time in the Adventurers Guild and so on. Tomorrow, on to the adventure. Hope to see you there as well. For now, you know, that's it. Consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. Always super appreciated. Most importantly, have a wonderful day. Bye!